Welcome to beautiful Lake Norman in North Carolina. I'm Billy Talley with Talley's Pier 77 Marine. We're aboard a beautiful Regal 42 Fly. The first part of our two-part series, we're going to take you along for a sea trial to demonstrate the performance and capabilities of the 42 Fly. This particular boat's powered by twin IPS 500s. These are 5.5 liter diesel engines, putting out 380 horsepower each. It's a combined horsepower of 760. Your total torque at even a low RPM, at 1700 RPM, is exceeding 1800 foot-pounds of torque. That's able to do that with a compressor on the engine, which actually spools up a lot of boost before your turbos kick in. It's a very incredible boat to drive. It feels like it's a much smaller boat when you're running it. So we're going to go ahead and get the engines fired up. Let those get warmed up as we handle our lines and get the shore power disconnected. So we're going to go and take it out of the slip using the joystick. So the joystick activated in docking mode, we're just literally going to give it a little bit of a push, ever so slightly. This works a lot better if you use very little input to the joystick. The further you press the joystick, the more throttle you apply to the engines. And when we're this close to a dock, we don't want to apply any throttle to the engines. Got a nice little cross breeze today. We're free of the dock. With this joystick, you're able to do a lot of things that are not easy to do with traditional controls. So we can actually sidestep the boat and crab walk, left or right. We are actually pushing against the wind right now. This will get you out of a lot of tricky situations, or it's going to get you into a dock that's darn near impossible to get into. So now if we rotate the joystick, I'm going to rotate it to the left. I'm going to roll the bow to the port side. Once you let go of the joystick, the engines return to neutral. You can still dock the boat in the more traditional fashion, if you prefer, by splitting the shifters. Really depends on what kind of mood you're in. So let's talk about the specs of the boat. She's 42 feet long with a 13-foot beam, a 19-degree dead rise, weighs just over 26,000 pounds. This particular boat's equipped with twin IPS 500 diesel engines. We're here on Lake Norman. It's about a 10 to 12 mile an hour day, a little breezy for our part of the world. So we're going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to press our Fave 1, which is our automatic trim tabs. These will actually automatically deploy and keep the boat level as we go. So I'm going to go and load the engines up. Really easy to plane this boat off with this amount of horsepower. So you've actually got cruise control as well as joystick driving. We're going to play with both of those today. So cruise control, we'll go ahead and set the cruise at about 3,000 RPM. Bump that up to about 3,400. At 3,200 RPM, we'll get a cruise speed of about 30 miles per hour, burning 30 gallons an hour. So that's 1 mile per gallon. That's not too bad for a boat this size. We've got 258 gallons of fuel capacity. So to activate the joystick driving, we're going to press the joystick driving icon on the joystick. In order to steer the boat with joystick driving, I'm just going to slowly steer the joystick like I was docking, and the boat will take a slow left turn by twisting the joystick left. Once you release the joystick, the drives will start to slowly turn back. So now if you wanted a hard turn on joystick driving, you lean the joystick over. The harder you lean it, the tighter the boat turns. That's like turning the wheel very, very hard. This takes a little getting used to, but once you master it, it's pretty awesome. All right, we're regaining control here at the helm. Do a wide open throttle run. Today's boat loading conditions, we're seeing 35.1 as our top speed today. One feature I really want to show you is the auto guidance and autopilot. This is a really nice feature. So we're going to play with the Volvo glass cockpit here. This boat's outfitted with a 16-inch display, running autopilot, radar, depth sounder, and your chart plotter. Right now we've got it on the fishing chart. All right, so we've updated this chart. So you've got auto guidance. Auto guidance will build your route automatically. So it says ready to transmit, which means our radar is ready to transmit. We'll spool that up, clean the screen up a little bit for you. And we're just gonna come down here and we're gonna pick a place where we wanna go. Actually, we're gonna make it a little more difficult. We're gonna come way over here, press auto guidance. So the auto guidance computes the route based on the settings that you've programmed in the unit. We programmed it to stay in 24 feet of water. Well, in this body of water, that's exactly where we need it. It keeps a nice distance from shore. We can review the route. You can see how it automatically populated that line. You can say start navigation. So when you start navigation, it's going to ask you, would you like to engage autopilot? Well, absolutely we would. You press engage, and the boat does the rest. So if you notice, I'm not touching the steering wheel. You're just going to apply throttle. You can run autopilot at any speed. You just set your desired speed and the boat handles all the steering to keep you on course. So we're going to go ahead and take autopilot to standby. I'm going to stop navigation and we're going to do heading hold. Just by pressing engage, we've engaged the compass heading of 212 degrees. So what's neat about this, if I want to just hold my course in a straight line, no matter what the wind or the currents do, it's going to keep you on that compass heading. If you need to adjust it, we can either use the steering wheel, the joystick, or just by pressing the screen. I've just changed it 10 degrees to the port, making it 202 degrees. Under joystick driving, it's also doing the same thing. So if I wanted to change the degrees, I just hold it over. It's changing the degrees here on the autopilot bar. And I'll make that full screen so you guys can see that a little bit better. So now we're heading hold onto 179 degrees. The little green bar here at the bottom is your rudder angle. It's telling you what's happening to these drives. So as we go more port, change the degrees. Once you release, it holds onto that setting. We're gonna go back, takes us back to our chart plotter. Autopilot's pretty cool. The whole time your auto trim tabs are working to keep your boat at the right attitude that you programmed it. It also helps keep your boat level. This is a very nice feature. It will spoil even the most seasoned captains. The main advantages of IPS is maneuverability and fuel efficiency. You're able to have an enormous amount of maneuverability with the joystick. You know, we can do everything from joystick driving to joystick docking. But not just joystick driving and joystick docking. You've also got the ability to turn this boat around at just about any speed, much tighter than traditional shaft drives. Your pods are your rudders. Your propellers are mounted to the pods. So when you turn them, we're able to get a lot more force to get this boat to turn. So at the moment, the Seakeeper is spooled up but not activated. So we're gonna make a lot of big waves. We're on Lake Norman. Not a big ocean, so we're not gonna have a lot of opportunity for big waves today, but we can make some with the 42 Fly. So we're just gonna go and make a series of waves, get the boat rocking real good, and then activate that Seakeeper. Show you how well it works. So now we've got some big waves going. We're gonna slow her down. Let's get the boat turned. Take them from the side. Just get the boat rocking really nice. And then we'll activate that Seakeeper. Here we go. So we're going to go and activate now. The boat pretty much comes to a stop right away. Very nice feature to have on the boat. So we're approaching the dock. I'm going to go ahead and engage the joystick docking. So you can combine maneuvers. So if you wanted to go forward and turn the boat, you just push the joystick forward and roll the joystick the direction you want it to turn. I approach the dock basically the same way I would approach a dock even without joystick. We still have a lot of wind today. We've got a nice 10 to 12 mile an hour cross breeze. So you still want to adjust for that. Even though we have a joystick, I'm still going to approach the dock as if I did not have a joystick. Your standard docking principles still apply. Don't go any faster than you're willing to hit the dock. The joystick, a little bit goes a long ways, so don't get too crazy with it. Just want to go real easy, nice and slow, make small adjustments, and we're in the slip. It's that easy. Well, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Billy Talley with Talley's Pier 77 Marine out of Lake Norman, North Carolina. Please visit our website at talleyspier77.com or give us a call at 704-892-8555. On our website, you can check out all of our new and pre-owned inventory, including this Regal 42 fly.